Did you guys happen to see that invis pilot? Have you guys tried it? Because it does work. How long can I hang on this wall? Just long enough to throw that grenade in his face. How long is it now going to be until I engage the next guy? About as long as my hook is. And that was short. Am I going to jump? Am I going to strafe? I'm going to strafe. He jumped. I'm alive. He's dead. Who's to say what really made the difference? Well, to me, I'm going to say that it's intuition. And intuition in video games comes down to time. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Boom! Right back where we began. Full circle. But the reason I want to talk about timing is because that was the central theme of the montage. It was to show you guys how you guys can get better by getting better at your timings in this game. And what it really all comes down to is intuition. And intuition just means that you know what's about to happen next, so you're one step ahead. And that doesn't mean I'm clairvoyant, okay? I'm not looking into the future. I'm just taking the most likely scenario that I think is going to happen, and I apply myself wholeheartedly into that situation. And that's not to say you have to be super rigid and then just be committed to one thing, but at one point you have to commit to doing a certain move. And yes, having quick decision making after that is important, but the first overall thing that you're going to do with your intuition is do that first thing you're thinking of doing. That is what intuition is. It's there in the moment, but it's something that was built up in the past so you can use in the present to help you in the future. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. Okay, let's look at it this way. If you're running at a player and the other player is running towards you, how long does it take to get to the middle? It's like this old math problem, but it's not math in this sense. It's more of an art, it's an intuition that is hard to explain to people, but I try to do my best. The intuition of knowing the windows of when people attack, this is something I've talked a lot about, especially out of goosers. When people are falling down, there's a window of attack, and if you know this window, which is really a timing, you're gonna perform better because you know just when to get out of the way and when you should be engaging. And you're not always going to be right. That's just a fact of life. You can't predict everything. And even when you do, it doesn't mean that your response is going to work even when you do know. And you rarely have more than a couple of seconds to make any decisions, sometimes even less. And in a game like Titanfall, that window is small, so you just need to make a decision. Pretty much every time you hit a bunny hop, you're making a decision to go one way or another. So if you're going to do something, just do it. And I think that's the best thing you can do is trust your intuition, but then also be familiar with the patterns of when it lets you down. Because at that time, it's actually time to break a pattern. And that means you have to break a bad habit that you're just used to doing. And that helps train your intuition to make better decisions each time. I was kind of sad that I missed that window. I think the kill would have looked pretty good if I was able to time that. But you notice from there I lost the pilot, which I still think is somewhere. Now there's gunfire, everything, and I take everything pretty seriously and end up pretty disoriented. And that's again just a problem with missing my original timing. All these things always make a difference, guys. I always say that. One good run is thrown off by missing one bunny hop, getting snagged up, one kill taking slightly longer than you thought it was going to because you missed some shots. Like all these things just throw off the next step that you're already looking forward to. That's how you get really good kills. This is from the montage. There's actually 2 clips from the montage in this one clip. But I think these right here are the best examples of timing right now. I have gone up there myself when injecting. I'm like, what's he doing? Maybe taking a loop around the top, maybe looking down, maybe he's on a wall. I'm like, this is my timing right here. And I managed to hit it, and I'm like, that's awesome. And you're going to see the exact same thing later when I start finding this next guy. When I miss the eject grab, I'm like, where are you going? I just kind of visualize where I would go, how long is it going to take me? And then I do the best with that information to foresee where he's going to be, and then I end up booting him. And to me, that is so satisfying when I get these timings, and that's the kind of thing that I feel every time that I go up for somebody or when I use projectile weapons. It's like I actually did that with a little bit of intuition and knowing how like my timings are going to work, right? All these things, like these words are interchangeable. Instincts and all these things are just you taking into account what you think is going to happen next and you reacting to it. But you do have to do it fast. Speed over strength. That's why we're going to be talking about Scorch, the slow guy that can be real quick if you use him correctly. So we'll do that probably around midweek, end of the week. Yeah, I guess we're going to be doing quite a bit. These next little jumps are just a little bit for style, and I'm like, now? Alright. And that is really what timings are all about. This is also from the montage. You guys probably remember this part, but then this run kind of just kept going, so I thought I'd just share the whole thing with you. I still always get the urge to just talk about the montages because there are so many cool moments that I want to explain to how I want to explain to you guys how I got there, so then you guys kind of get even more context. But you know, during a montage, you kind of have to keep things moving, so I don't get a chance to tell you guys everything I'd like to. You know how they say a picture is worth 1,000 words? Well, now we have moving pictures, so that's got to be worth like 1 billion words. But even then, I still feel that I could talk about it more. I should have at least singed his jets, maybe sent them into a tailspin. This is something that I've been thinking about more lately. It's when I shoot. With an SMG, I prefer to shoot up close. Usually if I shoot from out there, like as soon as I saw him, I was thinking about shooting. I'm like, if I can help it, I'm going to try to wait until I get closer. You know, make sure he's not looking at me. If he's not, then I'm going to make up the ground first, then shoot him. It just makes everything a lot easier. It practically just seals the deal. There's something similar with the Spitfire, like when you jump there's this visual kick when you try to aim down sights, so it's better to just wait that extra second, then aim down sights and shoot. If not, it throws off the aim. But check out this Titan fight. I'm gonna manage to dodge pretty much everything. Like this is as good as it was gonna get. After this, it's my turn. I like this guy's double jump. It almost threw me off, but I held on to my laser a little bit longer. I see this all the time. It's one of the most efficient ways to dodge it. And again, it's trying to have your intuition of when you think the other guy's going to shoot. Oh my god, that was really close. Alright, let's get out of here and let's see what else we can do. This game's pretty much over. Like, there's no way we're going to be able to make up this difference at this point in the game, but there's no sense in not still performing semi-well. Here's his combo. No, he's out of the mine. This actually, like, it makes the time to kill so much higher. And when these things start unloading on you, sometimes it's a better deal to just block. I know it costs a lot of energy to have the Vortex shield up, but you just lose so much health to Reapers. They're just crazy sometimes. Right now we're even health, so he doesn't have any huge advantage. Like, I know it's a Ronin, but like, he's not invincible. He ends up retreating. Smoke and mines, when you're that low in health, it's a pretty big gamble. Look at that. That's intuition. That's awesome. Alright, I felt like I played that right. Now I'm going to show you one of those bad habits I have. This is my first intuition. When I get spooked, I jump. And it always kills me on the high ground. And this particularly happens a lot with Titans as well. Like, I'll be hit by a Titan and I'm going for a getaway, and I intuitively jump. And then go into a slide hop, but usually that's what gives them a better angle on me. If I just stay on the ground, the angle is so much lower. So I'm going to be retraining myself in that scenario so I don't keep doing it, because I don't like dying when I don't have to. But that pretty much brings us to the end of this episode. If you guys want to support the channel, you know what to do. You hit that like button, you leave a comment, let me know what you guys think of all the What is this? This match will not appear on your record. I feel like I was in that match quite a long time. I don't know, I assume we had to have come in late, but I don't know what the cutoff is for getting that message. But it is it's a neat feature. It's a neat feature. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, all that jazz. We're going to be doing a full game next video, and more montagey things like this. Again, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.